Okay, Mitch, what we talked about today first, let's talk about the beginning of the lesson. We talked about ball position and alignment, okay? And what I want you to do is I want you to go to the range and I want you to put down two clubs. Put one club down where you think the ball, where you're going to, where your face is aiming, which is at your target. And then put another golf club inside of it about 1.5 feet or 2 feet and make sure that's parallel to that club. The outside club you can pick up, okay? And then I want you to practice hitting golf balls for a while. I need to make sure you understand what you're looking at. Right now I have this pole on the ground to help you understand where you're aiming. To you, it first felt like you're aiming left, okay? From now on, I need you to keep the clubs on the ground until you get comfortable understanding how you're looking at your target, okay? So what I care about is making sure that that's taken care of first. Ball position relative to that alignment is going to be in the center or just in front of center, okay? So alignment and setup is extremely important. When you first came to me, those positions were too far back in your stance and you had a stance that was closed. And so you're correcting errors with errors there in terms of your swing to make up for where that ball position and alignment were. So now I've got you back to square one. So we understand that, number one. Number two, I want to make sure that we don't dip our head when we make a golf swing. And you can see on both of these swings, you're staying tall now, and I could put a bad swing on here where you're going down on it, but I'm not gonna. I don't want to. You understand what you're trying to do. You're trying to stay tall in posture, turn your chest back and through as you swing. That's number one. I want to make sure you stay tall while you swing. It's about understanding where you are in space, understanding where your body is in space. So when you tilt, it's not that you have to tilt more just to move your left shoulder under. You can swing your chest around in a circle from a straight stand-up position. You should be able to do it from the same basic bend from the waist without getting deeper into that. So that's two. And then the third thing, which was a bit more technical, but I think we understand it pretty good, and you can see it a little better here on the right screen, is understanding, because I gave you a half swing here on the swing on the right, is understanding that your left arm and chest stay together in one piece. You had a question for me, well, it feels like I'm going to get handsy because I don't want, I feel like I'm too close to me. Well, you can put that shaft right off the tips of your toes and work your left shoulder and chest together, making sure your hands stay along that shaft when you go back and forth. Or you can think of keeping it close to your right leg when you take the golf club back, not using your hand still to take the golf club back, okay? So make sure you understand that in terms of taking the golf club away. You want to feel like it's moving, straight back, which you can see here on the left screen. Those arms and hands are working straight back along that pole or post. If I put a line there, which I can do right now, the technology is there. Okay, so you're a little inside it, see, and you stayed that same place, okay? That's what I want, okay? That's good, all right? So with that being said, final thing is I want to make sure that you keep that connection of your left arm and chest, and when you move into your left side, you're feeling like your left arm is a solid unit, but you're moving your chest open so that your arms and hands move low and left. I don't want you to push your golf club to the left to do it. Feel it from your body, okay? Try to keep the left arm a solid unit past impact. You can see that on your right screen, okay? Last thing, as a function of that body, is to make sure that the thighs are together and the right heel is up. That helps you get the weight to the outside of your left heel as opposed to going somewhere else where you're not swinging low and left. The whole purpose of that low left is to square up the club face for you instead of losing it to the right. I don't want to use your hands a whole lot in the process of doing this. I want your body to do it. Do you have any questions on what you just worked on or what we worked on today?
Yep. Great.
Okay. And what I'll do here, I'm going to show you the tiger swing. Now, one thing I want you to understand, remember I was telling you that I don't really care what you do in your backswing as long as we get the downswing in the right position. And at this point in time, this is a pretty old swing, I think back in 99 or 2000 when he was really doing well, but Tiger likes to change. But right then, he was making sure that the head stayed outside his hands, and he didn't care that the golf club was outside of path a little bit when he took it back. It helped him set up better for his downswing. But here again, look at the downswing. Those hands are on the line, and you can see how that golf club dissects that shaft, that line I drew. Impact, back to the left. Okay? And one thing else I want to show you is his posture all the way through. This is really freaky. You're going to freak out when you see this. His posture is so good. He actually moves his ass behind that line as he starts into his downswing. I just try to get people to stay on it. See how he moves his weight back and to the left? So he has more room to swing to his left. Now you're staying right on the line. Fine, no problems. Okay? Okay? Alrighty.